Hi everyone and welcome back. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the red button. Hit it now. Hit it, hit it, hit it. Okay, so we were talking about, for my last video, we were talking about getting to the port here in Ghana and realizing that our things, our container had not been paid for. So, like I was saying before, you can rent a container and not put any money down, and then once it gets to its destination, then you can pay for the container. So companies, all the shipping companies, they own containers that you can rent out without anything, but they will not release your personal belongings or whatever it's in the container unless you pay for it. So this is what happened to us. Our agent, we had paid our agent before we left Houston, and then when we got here, he just didn't pay it because I don't know what he was thinking, but basically, he knew that once our things get here, and because we were moving to Accra, he probably felt that we were going to pay it anyways. We probably really want our things, and then we'll just, he's in America, we're here, so he knew that in the end we will have to pay. So once we found out that was the situation, we called him, and at some point he stopped picking up our calls. He blocked our number. We'll have family and friends call him, and immediately they mention our names, he'll just hang up. So we had a friend in Houston who is really, really good. He can be anybody, I'm telling you, because he called this guy and impersonated our lawyer and said, hey, this is the attorney for, Sherry and Tanya, and basically told the guy, I know these people. If you don't fix this, you will go to jail. Okay? So this agent got really scared, got very scared, and he immediately called the shipping company and paid half of the money, just half. And for us, I guess we're pretty okay at that point with that, because we figured we couldn't squeeze out anything from this guy. He had dealt with us very badly, and it was just time to move forward. So this was around May. My husband had some colleagues of ours. They helped us move our things, because when we tried to, let me backtrack. So we have to open the container and then get our things out of the container, because we couldn't transfer the container from the port to our house. So we trying to hire moving companies. We found 2 companies that looked legit here in Accra, and only to find out that they were charging a ridiculous amount of money. So Tema is about 20 minutes from Accra, about 20 minutes from my house as well. And in order for us to get our things moved by these companies from Tema to our house, they were charging us $10,000. $10,000. So I thought there was a mistake, because I'm like, this has to be Ghana cedis, because the currency here is cedis, Ghana cedis. So $1 is 5.2, approximately 5.2 Ghana cedis. On a good day, it could be 5.6 Ghana cedis, sometimes even 5.8. So we were shocked. Another company quoted $12,000, and I'm like, am I dreaming? Because in Ghana, what we realized quickly is that certain services, the costs are quoted in dollars, because they believe that the dollar is stable, and they don't want to deal with the I guess the Ghana cedis is not as stable and it fluctuates. So people don't like to deal with cedis here. This is a country that their currency is cedis, but they love dollars. So housing, dollars. If you want to buy a car, dollars. If you want to do catering, dollars. Certain services here, people believe in that. So we're like, okay, let's call these companies and get some clarification, because who is going to pay $10,000 to move things from, Tema 20 minutes away? So we called and they're like, yep, it is 20,000. Is it $10,000? And our jaws dropped. So we had to change our strategy on how to move forward. We finally got a friend of ours who knows somebody that had a truck and packed up all our things in that truck, had our friends from work, our colleagues from work, help us, with their family. They all came. It helped us move our things. So this is around May-ish, and we moved our things. We still had a lot of things that were unopened. Things were everywhere. We're unpacking slowly. So in May, about end of May, we were still unpacking. And tropical rains come. It's beautiful. The sound of tropical rains, I love it. And the rains came slowly, and then one day we went to work, the kids went to school, and the rains came hard. Okay, we left work, came back home. The kids had not come back from school. We picked them up, got home, opened the door, and there was water everywhere. There was water gushing from the third floor. So our house has 3 levels. Water was gushing down from the 3rd floor. Okay, it was like a waterfall. And then the floors were all wet. Some of the windows were open, and the water came in through that. Water came through under the doors. I mean, it was a mess. So we were like in shock. I was speechless. I never seen anything like that. Our house practically flooded. Okay, I heard about flooding in Accra, but I just didn't know that we were in a flood zone. I don't think we were in a flood zone. Whatever happened that day was beyond comprehension. We had everything that was on the floor wet. Our mattresses were wet, furniture wet. How we're gonna, spend the night in this house? We called the landlord, and of course put the kids back in the car. Decided to clean up, mop everything, and it was still raining as well. So we will clean within 5 minutes. Rain will come in, water will come in, and then we had to clean again. It was a mess. It was a total mess. And at that time I was thinking maybe this might not work. I don't know. It's a very difficult time. It looks like for us to settle in, we just had one unfortunate event after the other. But this is not to say, I always say that this will happen to everyone. This doesn't happen to everyone. We just got very blessed and lucky to experience this, so that this, this is how I see it, that it brought some excitement and lasting memories and spice to our transition to Accra. Accra is beautiful. Ghana has has the most beautiful beaches in Africa. We love going to the beach. We love, driving around Accra, outside Accra. It's been great. But I want people to understand how we transitioned, and this is my story. So what I would say is, for anyone who wants to move to Africa, if you have a job offer and the job has a great company that is moving your stuff, please let them, because that's one of the rookie mistakes we made. We decided to find our own person because we didn't want our things to go through Jersey and then to Accra. Our job had an established company that moved things, but the company was based out of Jersey. So we were supposed to ship our things to Jersey, and then Jersey to Accra, and we felt like, why have to go through all of that when we could do it ourselves? So yes, there was an allowance for us to move, but rookies, we decided to take that chance and do it ourselves, and we did not vet the company that we use or the agent that we use well. Second point, even if your company is using an agency, you still have to vet them. If you're using your own, based on your own research, someone recommended, or that you found, make sure you vet them, that they're a legit company, that they have insurance, that your things also have insurance. So if something goes missing, broken, make sure that you pay also for insurance, because it's very important. We found out that after we were told that we will have insurance, we did not have insurance. We had paid for insurance, but it wasn't paid for. I don't know if you understand. We gave this guy money, all inclusive. The fees for the container, the fees to ship, the fees for insurance. He never paid anything. So we ended up, finding out that we had no insurance. We called the company and they couldn't find any insurance policy on our belongings. So we have learned a lot. Are we going to do better next time? Sure, we will definitely have to vet people more, because we were very trusting of this guy, and we found out very quickly that we had made mistakes along the way. And this is our first experience moving as a family, intercontinental. So we have made some very, very big mistakes, and we have learned from it and moving forward. So what I'll be sharing with you guys in the coming weeks is the things that you have to do when you move to Africa. If you're moving from the US, the UK, the things that I think are important when you're looking for a house. What do you need to have in the house, and also how you will do your walkthrough so that that your house is ready for you to move in, because there are some surprises that you will find when you move into a house. It might look very nice. I had this all the time. It might look very nice from the outside and inside when you're doing your inspection, but until you live there, you won't realize that the roof is leaking until it starts to rain, or that the showers are broken until you use it, or that the water pump is not strong enough until you move in. So, or the generator is not even working until the lights go out. So those are things that we had to find out quickly that there's a check, there are certain things that we need to check, in a checkbox, like make sure this is working to have a comfortable life. Nobody wants to move to Africa to struggle. There is a component of of that, but once you move here and you start to struggle, then you start to realize that, oh, well, America is comfortable or Europe is comfortable, and then you want to go back. And that's one of the things that I want to bring out, that if you come to Africa and you start to struggle, you might not last. If you struggle too much, you might not last. People need to see more wins than losses. You need to see more victories than struggles. Even if you struggle, but at least you need to win more than you lose to be able to stay here. And then, or else sometimes it just gets overwhelming and you want to move back to the West. But overall, we're liking it here. My kids love it. They don't want to go back to America, and we have a pretty good life here. So please, keep up with us, and we will keep talking, and I'll show you pictures of certain houses that we have, videos also of houses that we saw, how much they are. It's very expensive, to live in a nice house in Accra. Not extremely nice house, but in a nice environment, a nice neighborhood. It's expensive. Most people live in the outskirts of Accra, because to live inside Accra in a nice neighborhood, you're talking about $3,000 and more. So it's not that cheap. It's not that cheap. It's it's not very affordable here in Accra. But we'll talk about that next time. Okay. All right. Bye bye.